Hi there Walking Dead fans, and welcome to Walking Dead Wednesday. And here we go, we have the first action figure of the Walking Dead Series 5. This is Daryl Dixon and his chopper motorcycle. This is an amazing set, and I hope to God they make more of these vehicles. I don't care what they make. They could make an improved Shane with his truck. They could make oh, what else? You could make Dale's RV. Dale's RV would be the best one with a Dale figure. Oh wow, it'd just be amazing to have. These figures are amazing. I mean, even if they had like little play sets of like the prison or anything like that, it would just add to the collection so much. These are amazing, guys, and you know, any of these figures, the detailing that has been put into them is so worth the money that you pay for these. The sculpting, the overall quality is fantastic. I mean, obviously right now he's on this motorcycle, and it's a pretty hefty motorcycle, you know. It's got all the normal things a bike would probably have. His bike's a little drunk, but Daryl's not. Not if he doesn't get any moonshine, but there we go. So he's got a few accessories on this, one being this removable sort of sack thing. Make of this what you will. There's nothing in these, they're just sort of empty plastic, but it just hooks around the back if you haven't got a passenger on there, such as maybe Carol or Michonne or whoever wants to ride with Daryl. Yeah, you know, you can have that on there, and it just covers the wheel a little bit, and it's just his way of keeping his stuff stored. So there he is from the front. Obviously you can see his crossbow here, which actually is connected using these two clippy things at the front here. Just, you know, you put the crossbow in there, and it just stays there. Just make sure not to cover the wheel. And it just clips in there quite nicely, so you know, that's ideal. So let's just pop that out and then have a look at Daryl. Have a look at the crossbow on its own. Okie dokie. So the crossbow. Okay, here is the crossbow. So this is the one that Rick and Michonne and Carl found in the huge weapons storage stack thing that Morgan had been collecting during Clear of Season 3. He hasn't seemed to have gone back to his old one. Whether he's still got it, well, obviously not at the end of Series 4, but whether he's still got the other crossbow probably lying in the prison, who knows? Who knows? He could have, he might not have. But it's a fantastic little detail crossbow. You know, he can hold this. Whether he can put it on his back or not is something I haven't tried, due to the fact that the strap is extremely small, which is a slight, a little slight thingy, but nothing huge. Obviously because his back would be digging into that, so there's the that is the clearance to get through his arm, through his head, and his chest to his back. That is the amount of clearance you get. It's not going to go on. The best way to store it is either on the bike or in his hands. Obviously there's a little strappy thing here, but you know, it's up to you. There's what I can see is a bolt is actually loaded into the crossbow. Quite a small little rod thing. It's drawn back, and you know, it's ready to fire. Obviously you can't fire it, but it's there ready to kill some zombies, or walkers as they say. So yeah, and it's got these little crossbow thing, the bolts here, which are clipped in. You can't really remove them, although this one likes to come loose every now and again. I'm probably gonna have to glue that back on just to make sure it sticks on there, because I don't really like it when it's like that, a bit wonky. But it's an ideal little thing. So let's move on to the bike now. Okay, so here's the bike. So let's just get Daryl off it. He's pretty simple to put on the bike. Just got to get his arms around the handlebars and then get him in a sort of squatting, sitting position, such as this. And it's Obviously, it looks as if he's going to the loo. But we'll put Daryl over here for now and have a look at this bike. So obviously I've showed you this little accessory thingy here, which you can take off, and I'm going to just take off for now. A good feature that they added is this thing, which you're probably wondering, what the heck is this black little circle thing? This thing is a lifesaver for this thing. There's a hole in the wheel, and you just peg it in. And rather than the bike having, even though it has a kickstand, which works for the most part, it works, you know. You can see the little tab's not on and the kickstand's working. Although it's not made out of what I would call sturdy plastic, it's still a little bit rubbery in a way. So you can have this on, but if you take it off, then you've got the full spin of the wheels, and obviously you push it, and it's, so, you know, you can do a wheelie with it if you want, or, you know, just get him riding along. Obviously you can see that you've got the turning thing here, and what's quite nice is you can actually see the wires moving inside, which is obviously because they're attached to the bike. It's nice that he didn't skip on the wires, because obviously it's detail. You know, they're not going to skip on the wires. It's an important part of a motorcycle, because otherwise it doesn't work. But they've put pipes on here, the engine is there, you've got this thing of a skull, which I can't remember actually seeing in the what's it called, the TV series, and I think there was another two up here, but I'm not 100% sure, but there was something a little bit different to that. He's even got a little light on here. Obviously it doesn't work, but you know, it's a nice little feature to have, little clear plastic thing, and you can actually see the bulb inside, which is quite surprising, or what looks like a bulb. The wheels rotate or spin pretty freely, you know, they don't stop, they just keep going for however much you push them. Obviously from the these are obviously quite rubbery to accommodate his hands where you're going to put them, you know, if they're going to be up here, down here, they'll move to where they need to be. The seat is, you know, ideal. There's some scratches on there, you can see a little bit of insulation or whatever you want to call it there. The two fuel tanks, I'm guessing, is there. A load of wires coming off from the engine, all these little what do you call them, little foot things where you push them down and they sort of rev the engine. Other side you can see more pipes. There's this thing here, which I'm guessing probably is more wires and stuff. The pipe coming up here, no hole going down it, but it's ideal, you know, it's nice to have that pipe going down there as extra detail. From the back you've got the backlight here, and you've also got a number plate there, which is getting very bright in the light. So, you know, pretty cool, and I really like the bike. It's not, you know, too small, and it's not too big, you know, it's not, it fits in well with the character, you know. If I get that little black tab back and find the hole, there we go. So you can put that there. If we just grab Daryl and just put him back into a normal pose, just put his hands down and then stand him up next to it. There we go. So it works pretty well, you know. That's him literally touching the bike, so, you know. But, you know, it works well, and if this is what it looks like, an RV would be huge. Because a person would have to have the headroom, so I'm guessing that's the door, and then the rest of the RV, you're going up here. So it would be a pretty cool set. I'm guessing if they were to make it, it'd probably go over £70, I'm guessing. I mean, if this was about 30, then an RV, you could even be talking 80 to 90 if it's an RV and a Dale figure. People will probably want it, you know. So the Daryl figure is also extremely good, to be honest. It's not 100%, but which figure really is 100% accurate, to be honest? You know, most of them are extremely accurate, but they're not 100%. He's got a little knife here, which is stored in his sheath. It's not like the Carl Grimes figure has like a butter knife. I'll show you that during the review though, but he has like a butter knife, but this one looks a lot more like a hunting knife, in which he uses quite a lot of times. He's got that little red rag there, which he always practically has on his rear end. He's also got the like angel wings here, or the feathered wings, which are practically like a signature item for Daryl. You know, you can't have these wings without Daryl. His articulation is extremely good. You know, you've got 360 degree spinning of the arms, probably just under 90, if not pushing it more, 90 degrees articulation on the arm up and down. The elbow is just more 90 degree, 360 on the arm. The head is a little bit, it's on a ball, I think it's on 2 ball joints as far as I know, and you know, left, right, up, down, spins 360 if you really want to. A new feature which they added in is this sort of like ab crunch sort of thing, sort of like the Phil Coulson figure for Hot Toys. They've done like a sort of ab crunch, and it gives him a little bit a little bit of spinning around if you really want to spin the Daryl around. There's a slight bit of hip articulation, but not a lot. The legs obviously go out and back all the way. That looks really odd. That looks extremely odd, to be honest. But obviously that's to accommodate the bike. It probably goes about 180 doing that. The legs bend about 90, and they also spin around if you really want to spin them around. The legs are sort of on ball joints, but they're hindered slightly by the clothes. And yeah, that's about it. And the legs go out like this, which, to be honest, is a pretty good feature. You may be thinking like, "Oh, is that going to like stop him from standing?" Not really, to be honest. I mean, once you've got him in a sort of position where he can hold his own sort of weight, I say that, and he falls over and knocks his bike over. Once you get the legs sort of accommodating the overall figure, then there you go. So it's ideal. I'm guessing he probably hold his knife in his hand. Let's just show that off. Possibly. Oh. Or not. No. Okay, so his hand is oh, well, you could have it holding like that, but his hand is actually slightly too big. Obviously, probably to accommodate the crossbow more than, and also the bike. So, you know, let's just see if we can get a good crossbow holding action. Let's have a look. How would you do this? You put the thumb through here. Put the thumb through the gap. And then get the other hand to support the crossbow, if it wants to stay there. Oh, there we go. So there we go, you can actually have him holding his crossbow. I'm not 100% sure if you can get it up to his face actually looking, but at least you can get him in the pose where he actually looks as if, I mean, you can turn his head if you want, and he can actually, there you go, see? So he actually has that sort of crossbow look. Let's see, you can put the knife back in his sheath so I don't lose it. Some of the accessories coming with these figures are extremely small, and it's good that they give you those pockets which can hold the accessories. But to be honest, guys, that is about it for this whole thing. I mean, it's a fantastic figure, and it's well worth paying what you find it for. You get a fantastic vehicle which Daryl can ride. You get a load of detail on this figure. You get a brand new Daryl, which is fantastic. I wonder if I can get a good headshot on Daryl. Maybe. Oh, maybe. But it is very, very accurate. It's got the beard, the stubble, the hair is really long, the clothes are fantastic, the bike is amazing, the accessories are amazing, and this overall figure is just amazing. So guys, there you go. I hope you enjoyed this. Obviously you're probably wondering, why have you reviewed this first? Someone asked me to review it first. They were wondering where the review was, so there you go, guys. I've giving you the review. So if you like these Walking Dead reviews, make sure to stay tuned every Wednesday for Walking Dead Wednesday, where I review one Walking Dead figure a week. That might change, I don't know. You give me some opinions, you know, rate down below what you think of the series. Also, you know, comment what you might like me to change, and also subscribe if you want to see more Walking Dead related videos, because it helps, you know, just for you to see when new videos are out. But for now, guys, that's it, and I will see you next week for another figure from The Walking Dead. So thanks a lot, and I'll see you then. Goodbye.